Shannon, thank you so much for the tour of the basement. It was amazing, and you gave me some great ideas for what you guys have been envisioning for the last 5 years. So now, I'm sure I said that we were going to kind of show you what the process is, but kind of make it more real life. One of the things about Finished Basement Company is we've been in business for 20 years. It really sets us apart from the others because we do more basements than anybody else in North America. Our design build is set up with this process for our homeowners to really understand why we're doing what we're doing and how it's going to get you to that final basement that you love. We want you to be a part of this process. We work as a team, you and I, you and the project manager, me and the project manager and you. And then we have a whole set of team members back at our offices that work with us as well. And we've been so successful with this that we've actually opened up 2 other branches. We have a branch in Minneapolis, Minnesota, as well as Chicago, Illinois. So it's really a chance for us to work with homeowners and give them that dream vision of their basement. One of the things about me is I've been in the residential design business for over 15 years. I love working with homeowners. I love getting their ideas to reality. It's really a team process, and I'm really excited to get started with you guys. All right. So, like I mentioned, we're here at the initial design consultation. We just did the tour of the basement. You guys told me some of your wants and needs. From there, I'm actually then going to go back downstairs and do your as-builts and find out where everything is in your basement. And let me show you what that looks like, because you guys are going to see this at our next meeting.
Okay.
This is our as-built. No, this is not. Sorry.
You gotta click this arrow.
No, this is not my as-built.
Other way.
Did I go the wrong way?
Yeah, you gotta click the arrow this way.
This way, thank you. You know my program better than me. I'm super excited. Here we go. So this was Peggy and John's house. This was a project that's actually under construction right now.
Okay.
This as-built that I'll go back downstairs and measure is for me to get the actual shell of the space. So I want to know every corner, every insert, every beam, every column, where the stairs come in, the furnace, the water heaters, everything. We don't want any surprises during construction. I need to know if anything's dropping below the ceiling. Remember you pointed out where that beam drops really low and you're really worried about the head height there? Mm-hmm. That's stuff that I'm going to note. So when we start designing, we're going to design something that makes it look like it was never there. Okay. I want you to be able to come downstairs and forget that the columns were there, because we're going to be very purposeful with the design that we use there. Okay. Okay. So, like I mentioned, I'll go back downstairs, measure this. This is going to take me about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on how much detail is down there that I need to make sure to get. And then I'll take this back to our showroom. And that's when I get together with the other part of the team. We're going to go through and come up with so many amazing plans for you. And from that, I'm going to come down to 2 plans that we're going to go over in our ideas meeting. So one of the plans is going to be exactly how you guys have been envisioning it for the past 5 years. Okay. We're going to say, okay, this is where you wanted the wet bar, this is where maybe you wanted the theater room, the bedroom, etc. Then we might have a second plan that is so different than what you thought your basement could be. And that's what's so great about our team. There's so many great minds, nobody thinks alike. So we really want to design something that's special and unique to you. So at this ideas meeting, this is our fun meeting. This is where you guys and I are going to work together to come up with that one plan that you're just going to be like, this is it. This is where I want to go. So let me show you what those plans look like that we come up with.
Okay.
Okay. So here's one plan we did for Peggy and John. We came down the stairs. This is pretty much exactly what they were envisioning. They knew they wanted to have an entertainment space because they love to have parties around Super Bowls, holiday get-togethers. They wanted to have a bar, a wet bar. But also Peggy works from home, so she wanted to have that home office. But for resale, or for in the future for in-laws, they wanted to be able to turn this into a bedroom. So we set it back here. We did a private space and a public space. And have you ever seen those sliding barn doors?
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, they're really great. We set it up here so when they opened up, it would feel more like one big space. So if she's got the kids down here and they're watching movies, she could be working. You know, that's really what she was kind of envisioning for this space. But she can close it off, or anybody else that moved down there in the future could close it off and have it as a private space. One of the things that they did talk about was the fact that you would have to go through a bedroom to get to that bathroom. And that's where my design team came up with this amazing plan. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. This is floor plan number 2. Let's see. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Get rid of my little guy. What? Where'd he go?
Yeah, he's there.
I apologize. There we go. My computer has a mind of its own today. It's usually user error, though. It's most likely me. That was it. There we go. Okay. So, and I think I can escape out of that so it doesn't happen again. So in this plan, we came down the stairs, but we opened up the stairs. We really wanted this to feel like that entertainment space that they wanted. You know, a couple of the girls had a great idea about how to like wrap these columns and make them disappear. You know, they kind of put them, so this is like a good place to end the bar. We separated our private space from our public space, but we also made this cute little vestibule. So you didn't have to walk through a bedroom to get to the bathroom. So now this functions as one space, and if she was in there in her office, she could close the door and not be distracted by people walking in and out. We also set the entertainment space back towards the back, and we put in a little shuffleboard table and that for them. So one of the great things I can do right now is actually bring this up in 3D. Would you like to see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. Here we go. So we've come down the stairs, and the first thing, what is something that you noticed right away?
Just the bar.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, it's just, you look at this and you're like, do you feel like you're in a basement?
No, not at all.
You're in an entertainment space. Wouldn't it be great to have people over and say, let's go downstairs to the entertainment room.
Yeah.
You know, we can go have some cocktails at the bar, you know, before everybody gets here. You know, it becomes an extension of yourself. It's a place for you guys to go and feel like, almost like you're on this, you know, oasis away from your home. That's what this space is kind of becoming. We came in here, like I mentioned, our team got into some really great ideas. See how they hid that column there? We've got these niches, and they actually, let's see if I can get this turned the other way. We mimicked it on both sides of the bar.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now you kind of have a peekaboo as you come into the stairs. And you've got your bar, and then we even popped up these soffits. So, you know, we had to cover all that HVAC. Mm-hmm. This is one way. Well, there's no HVAC there. Why not utilize the space? So we came in here and did these beautiful beam details, allowed them to get some pendant lights, so you didn't have just recessed cans everywhere. You really had something that felt like an extension of you. Okay, so what do you think of those?
I love it. I think
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Nice central focus.
Yeah. So after this meeting, we've looked at these plans. You're like, we want B. You know, we want everything about B. Well, that's great. We're going to move forward with that. Or you might say, you know, I really love those barn doors. Well, maybe there's a way we can incorporate them into this location for you. That's what you and I are going to do at that meeting. And after that meeting, we're going to get it all nailed down, and you're going to walk home and go, oh my gosh, and tell all your friends. You're going to bring them down, and you're like, let's go downstairs and see everything, okay? From that meeting, I'm actually going to mark up any changes we talked about, and I'm going to hand them off to the next set of eyes. That's our project manager. He's actually going to do a production walk at your house, okay? It's going to take him about 30 to 45 minutes. It's a chance for you to meet him. He's going to be the one that's every day he's there at your house. He's working with the trades. He's making sure that everything that we had discussed is being done and be done on time. He's also going to bring a list of questions, maybe concerns I had or you brought up. He's going to have that list, and he's going to make sure that everything we talked about, can this wet bar be put here? Is it all right to move the plumbing over here? That HVAC, do we, you know, you talked about that beam, you know, is this going to work? He's going to know those answers, and you're going to be able to ask him any questions. That's a chance for you guys to really develop that bond, all right?
Okay.
From there, He's going to come back to me. We're going to talk about any changes we had to make. And I'm going to sit down with our estimating team and we're going to put it all together. Okay? And our final meeting in the office before we get started with anything else is that final plan review.
Okay.
This is where it gets real. You guys are going to come in. We're going to have all the numbers together for you. We're actually going to have what's called a noted plan.
Okay.
Let me show you what that looks like. Let me close some of these down. Where did he go? There he is. So here's Peggy and John's noted plan. It's a little daunting, I'm sure. But, you know, there's a lot of detail that goes into building any project. That's what all of this is. All those recessed cans. You're going to know exactly how many we put in. The electrical, outlets, number of pendant lights, where we have carpet versus some luxury tile floors, you know, granite versus maybe quartz. You're going to know all of those pieces. You're also going to know how much drywall it takes to cover everything in that space. And that's where our team is so vital to the process, because we want you to have a final number that you love as much as your plan. Okay? And let me show you that. So we're very transparent. We want you to see everything. We want you to know how much the framing cost, the drywall, the HVAC, those plumbing fixtures that you fell in love with, you know. I mean, that's really what it's all about. This is about you and I coming up with a perfect plan and an actual budget that is something you guys want too. So one thing that we do a little different that sets us apart is we also give you options. So we actually have things in here, like you mentioned your brother-in-law's a painter. Well, here you go. If we don't paint it, that's going to save you $5,400. That is something we want to be able to give to you so you can get to that final number, because we had talked around 82,000, and this is coming in at like 86. So it's up to you guys now. What do you want, and what do you want to make this space be your special space? Okay? So once we get to this final number, maybe we're going back and forth for a little bit, going to estimating, seeing what we can change, remove things and that. We get to set your start date. That's where that $2,500 deposit comes in. Okay. We actually are going to set the start date for you. Then one thing that we do guarantee, not only this number, we guarantee the completion date. All these little steps that we've taken through the process, that's how we can get to that completion date. Our project manager walking the house, he's in there estimating, wow, they want to do that. That might add a week to construction. He's letting us know that. You fell in love with those cabinets. Maybe they take an extra week to get. We need to add that into the process. So that is why we guarantee that completion date. Something we do too, we want to hit that date, but if we go over it, we're actually giving money back to you guys. So we're paying you to take those extra couple days to finish that project. So it's very important for us to hit that completion date, and that's why for the past 20 years, we've worked on this process for you. We want it to be seamless. We want you guys to have fun. We want us to feel like a team. So in the end, when you're, putting your deposit down, we break this down into 3 payments for you. Make it nice and easy for you. Your first payment is due at pre-construction. That's another fun meeting for you guys. You're going to meet everybody. I'm going to be there. Your project manager is going to be there. You guys are going to be there. And every single trade is going to be there. So everybody that's working in your house is going to be at that meeting. Everybody's on the same page during construction. Okay? Then your second payment, that comes in right after rough inspection. Okay? So they come out, they make sure everything's to code, it's ready to go. We seal it up in drywall, and then it starts getting exciting. You guys start seeing your space for the first time. Then your final payment is not due until we're completed. Okay? Completion date, final payment, you guys have your space. It's time for you guys to get ready because you said you want to be done by Christmas. Well, you're going to be down there at Christmas, enjoying that space with your family. All right? So did you have any questions about the process or any of the numbers we talked about? No?
No.
Well, great. Well, let's get out our calendars and set those dates.
Nice.